Doris Day, a name that evokes nostalgia and warmth in the hearts of many, is remembered not just for her iconic roles and enchanting voice, but also for the layers of complexity that shroud her personal life. But what if I told you that her grandson, Ryan, is about to unveil a shocking truth behind her seemingly perfect persona? After years of silence, he's ready to expose the hidden family conflicts and secrets that often went unnoticed. This revelation could change how you view the beloved actress forever. So, what lies beneath the surface of this Hollywood legend's legacy? Let's dive into the astonishing details that might just surprise you. Doris Day's story is as fascinating as it is inspiring. Born on April 3, 1922, in Cincinnati, Ohio, she grew up in the shadow of the Great Depression, where money was scarce, and music became her family's refuge from hardship. When her parents split at just 10 years old, the fracture left a deep imprint on her young heart, nudging her toward song and dance as a way to mend the pieces. Those early years, steeped in both struggle and melody, lit a spark in Doris, a passion that would one day carry her to dazzling heights. By her teens, she was already stepping into the spotlight, performing in local clubs and bands, her voice a beacon of hope amid the gloom. At 15, she took on the name Doris Day, a moniker that would soon echo across America, propelled by a charm and talent that felt effortless, even as life threw its first curveballs her way. The road wasn't always kind. A car accident in her youth shattered her leg, threatening to snuff out her dreams of dancing before they could fully bloom. But Doris didn't falter, she pivoted, pouring her soul into singing, turning a setback into a springboard. That resilience, paired with an unshakable drive, lifted her to stardom in the 1940s. Her unique mix of sweetness and strength captivated audiences, making her a cherished figure in American entertainment. On screen, she glowed; off-screen, she carried the weight of her past, a quiet force shaping her views on love, family, and a fulfillment that fame alone couldn't provide. Doris Day was more than a star, she was a pioneer, her voice a tool for change in Hollywood and beyond. What drove her to trade the spotlight for animal welfare in her later years? That's a chapter waiting to unfold, revealing yet another side of this remarkable woman. At just 15, Doris Day's journey into the spotlight began, laying the groundwork for a career that would define an era. Singing in local bands, she caught the ears of music producers, her voice a rare gem impossible to overlook. A turning point came when she joined Les Brown's band, a leap that thrust her into the national scene. With hits like Sentimental Journey, she wove her magic, her warm tones and magnetic presence wrapping audiences in comfort during uncertain times. But fame didn't come without its tests. That car accident, a cruel twist of fate, sidelined her dancing ambitions, leaving her leg broken and her path uncertain. Yet Doris turned adversity into opportunity, doubling down on her singing, her determination a quiet roar beneath her gentle demeanor. Her star rose swiftly. Radio waves carried her voice into homes, television screens showcased her glow, and in 1948, she made her film debut in Romance on the High Seas. It was a triumph, marking her shift from music to movies with a grace that felt destined. In a crowded field of talent, Doris stood apart, a performer whose every note and smile drew eyes and hearts. Her early career wasn't just about fame, it was a story of grit, a teenager defying the odds to chase her dreams. This was only the beginning, a prelude to a legacy that would astonish the world and redefine what it meant to shine in Hollywood. Doris Day's leap into film was meteoric. Romance on the High Seas didn't just introduce her voice, it unveiled a screen presence that hooked viewers instantly. Her charm, paired with that golden voice, made her a leading lady studios clamored for. Classics like Calamity Jane and Pillow Talk followed, showcasing her knack for gliding between comedy and drama with ease. Audiences adored her, studios built roles around her infectious energy and timeless appeal. She wasn't just another star, she was a phenomenon, her versatility a breath of fresh air in Hollywood's golden age. But beneath the glitter, the industry's demands pressed hard, grueling schedules, relentless scrutiny, and whispers about her private life swirled like a storm she couldn't outrun. How did she hold on to herself amid the chaos? What cracks hid beneath her radiant surface? Doris Day's life wasn't all glamour and applause. Her personal world bore scars that shaped the woman fans adored. Her parents' divorce carved a wound in her childhood, a longing for stability that lingered. Her first marriage to musician Al Jordan promised love but delivered darkness, an abusive spiral that left her reeling. The torment she endured pushed her to break free, a harrowing choice that fueled her resolve to stand up for herself and others trapped in shadows. It was a turning point, a spark of strength amid the pain. Her second marriage to George Weidler crumbled too, divorce piling doubt onto her search for happiness. Love, it seemed, was a riddle she couldn't solve. Her bond with her son, Terry Melcher, brought its own ache. Fame strained their connection, stretching a mother's nurturing heart thin. The distance grew, a silent sorrow beneath her busy life. Later, as she aged, family disputes over her estate deepened the rift, casting her grandson Ryan out of her orbit. These battles, over money, legacy, and love, painted a stark contrast to her public glow. Yet through it all, Doris stood tall, her resilience a quiet testament to a life richer than her roles. What did these struggles teach her about forgiveness? Her story reveals a woman as human as she was iconic, a depth that only grows with the telling. Doris Day radiated warmth on screen, but her family life was a tangled web. For years, tension simmered beneath the surface, shielded from prying eyes. Now, her grandson Ryan has pulled back the curtain, exposing a truth that jars against her America's sweetheart image. Digging into their history after her death, Ryan uncovered a legacy of estrangement, Doris caught in a storm of family clashes that left her isolated. His own exclusion from her estate and affection hit hard, a betrayal that left him questioning the grandmother he cherished. These weren't fleeting spats, they were the slow burn of years, missteps and mistrust piling up, her independence clashing with those closest to her. Ryan's revelations hint at deeper wounds, broken communication, unspoken battles that gnawed at Doris's peace. The perfect star was a mask, hiding a turbulence fans never saw. The news stunned her audience, shattering the fairy tale they'd bought into. Yet in the pain, Ryan found purpose, his candor a step toward mending old hurts. He wants to honor Doris while seeking peace in their fractured clan. How will this saga end? It's a stark reminder that fame carries a cost, one that ripples through relationships in ways we rarely see. What's next for this family, now that the shadows are laid bare? When Doris Day passed in 2019, Ryan's decision to speak out reshaped her legacy. His social media posts bared a raw truth: he'd been cut off from her for years, a rift masked by her public grace. Grieving yet resolute, he painted a picture of a matriarch whose family ties frayed under fame's weight. Fans reeled, how could their sunny idol harbor such divides? Ryan's words stirred a storm, echoing struggles other relatives quietly shared. He didn't aim to tarnish her, he sought to understand, peeling back layers that had stayed hidden. Online, supporters rallied, pondering how a woman so loved could drift so far from her own. This wasn't just gossip, it was a mirror, reflecting the gap between Doris the icon and Doris the woman. Behind every star lies a story untold, and Ryan's honesty cracked that tale wide open. It sparked talk of fame's toll, of bonds strained by spotlight and silence. Could those walls have come down with time? The revelation left us wrestling with the divide between admiration and reality, urging a closer look at the lives we idolize. What secrets linger behind other dazzling smiles? Doris Day's legacy stretches far beyond the screen. She's a cornerstone of Hollywood's golden age, her 39 films and over 650 songs a treasure trove of American culture. In Pillow Talk and Calamity Jane, she broke molds, playing strong women who owned their stories, a bold move when female roles often faded to the background. Her music, with hits like Sera, wove hope into the airwaves, inspiring artists across decades. After Hollywood, she poured her heart into animal welfare, founding the Doris Day Animal Foundation to rescue and protect. Her compassion touched millions, cementing her as more than a star, a force for good. Her life, though, wasn't all light. Marriages faltered, family ties snapped, yet she rose each time, her resilience a quiet roar. From a rocky start to a legacy of grit, Doris showed that triumph can bloom from trial. Since 2019, her films live on in screenings, her foundation fights on for animals, a dual legacy of glamour and grace. She teaches us that even in complexity, we can lift others, chase passions, and leave a mark that lasts. Doris Day dazzled us, but her struggles reveal a deeper strength. Ryan's revelations peel back the curtain, showing a woman who faced human trials with poise. She wasn't just a star, she was a soul navigating love, loss, and legacy. Her story asks us to look beyond the glow of fame, to see the real lives behind it. What other tales hide in the wings? Let's keep digging, uncovering the humanity that makes these legends shine.